Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the MLB matches that are happening on Friday, July 28, 2023. We will be providing our team and total picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. Our Patreon is a way for you to support our channel and help us improve our content. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comments section below. Milwaukee Brewers vs Atlanta Braves. Milwaukee Brewers vs Atlanta Braves. The Milwaukee Brewers and Atlanta Braves will face off on Friday, July 28, 2023. The Brewers will send Adrian Houser to the mound, while the Braves will send Yonny Chirinos. Houser has had a mixed bag in his last 7 games, posting a 1-1 record with a 4.86 ERA and 14 walks to 30 strikeouts. Chirinos has also had a mixed bag, posting a 1-3 record with a 5.79 ERA and 9 walks to 16 strikeouts. The Brewers have the better pitching staff in July, leading the league with a 3.32 team ERA. The Braves have the worst pitching staff, ranking 12th with a 4.13 team ERA. The Brewers are also the better road team, going 19-15 this season. The Braves are the worst home team, going 16-19 this season. Based on these factors, I believe that the Brewers will win this game as a massive road underdog. Take the Brew Crew as massive road underdogs. The Brewers are scoring 3.25 runs in their previous 12 games, while the Braves are averaging 5 runs in their last 11 games. These bullpens are 2 top-tier studs as Milwaukee is 10th with a 3.76 reliever ERA, while Atlanta is 2nd in the entire sport, pitching to a 3.54 bullpen ERA thus far. All in all, go with under 10 runs, as these pitching staffs should be able to limit that. Minnesota Twins vs Kansas City Royals. I am confident that the Minnesota Twins will win their game against the Kansas City Royals on Friday, July 28, 2023. The Twins are the better team overall, leading the American League Central Division while the Royals are in last place. The Twins also have the edge on the mound, with Sonny Gray facing off against Brady Singer. Gray has a 3.15 ERA and a 1.29 WHIP, while Singer has a 5.55 ERA and a 1.47 WHIP. The Twins also have more weapons on offense and have been scoring more runs lately, scoring at least 3 runs in their past 6 games. In terms of trends, the Twins have won 9 of the past 10 matchups between these two teams, and the Royals are 2-8 in their past 10 overall. Minnesota Twins money line. Taking the over in this game for a couple of reasons. This line opened up at 9 and has since moved up to 9.5 on some books, indicating early sharp action on the over. We see a decent pitching matchup in Game 1, however both pitchers are prone to giving up runs in bundles, with Gray posting a 3.18 ERA and Singer posting a 5.55 ERA. Both bullpens have also struggled, allowing an average of 2 to 3 runs in the late innings of their past couple games. Furthermore, the Twins' offense has performed well as of late, with Buxton now returning into the lineup. They should see a boost in production and runs scored. In terms of trends, the Twins have gone over or pushed in 7 of their past 10 games, making me all the more confident in taking the over for this game. Our total pick is over 9 runs. Tampa Bay Rays vs Houston Astros. 2 teams towards the top of their divisions will go to battle starting on Friday, July 28. The Astros have been playing great baseball as they have won 7 of their last 10 games. The Rays have really struggled as they have lost 8 of their last 10. I am going to follow the trend in this game and take Houston because of their hitting against left-handed pitchers. They are hitting .261 against lefties this season. Tampa has lost 3 of starting pitchers McClanahan's last 4 starts. This trend will continue on Friday night, with Houston's Javier having an ERA of 3.00 at home. Take the Astros to cover. Take the under in this game as Tampa's offense has not been very good recently. In their last 9 games, the total has reached 9 runs or more just 1 time. For Houston, the total has reached 9 runs or more in just 3 of their last 9 outings. This game has the making of a low-scoring affair. Take the under on Friday. Chicago Cubs vs St. Louis Cardinals. St. Louis Cardinals vs Chicago Cubs. The St. Louis Cardinals and Chicago Cubs will face off on Friday, July 28, 2023. The Cardinals will send Drew Smyly to the mound, while the Cubs will send Jordan Montgomery. Smyly has had a rough past 7 appearances, posting a 7.59 ERA and a 1.88 WHIP over 32 innings of work. Montgomery has been much better, posting a 2.51 ERA and a 1.07 WHIP in 43 innings during that stretch. The Cardinals' bullpen has been slightly better than the Cubs' bullpen, ranking 18th with a 4.54 ERA, compared to the Cubs' 21st ranked 4.86 ERA. Overall, I believe that the Cardinals will win this game. They have the better starting pitcher and bullpen, and they are playing at home. Take the St. Louis Cardinals to win here at home. When looking at the starting pitcher splits this season, they have been doing well as Drew Smyly is 4-4 with a 3.35 ERA and a .262 opposing batting average in 10 road starts, while Jordan Montgomery is 4-3 with a 3.39 ERA and a .262 batting average against in 10 starts at Busch Stadium. However, both pitchers struggled last time out against these lineups. The Cubs are scoring 5.92 runs in their last 25 games, while the Cardinals are averaging 5.23 runs in their previous 26 games. Go with over 8.5 runs to hit in this game. Oakland Athletics vs Colorado Rockies. The Athletics have won just 3 times since the All-Star break and were swept in their 2-game set at San Francisco prior to arriving in Denver. On a current 3-game losing streak, the offense has provided a total of 6 runs over that stretch. Nobody has scored less on the year, with their 368 runs over 104 games, a whole 15 runs less than the next club. At the end of June, Tony Kemp was hitting just .187, but in 18 games in July, he had a .288 batting average, with 19 hits and 9 runs scored. The Oakland table setter went 3-for-4 on Wednesday. With their loss on Wednesday, the Rockies dropped their first series in the second half, losing 2 of 3 at Washington. Each of their losses in that series was by just 1 run. The offense has produced 447 runs through 102 games, 20th overall, and their 39 stolen bases as a team were fewest in the game. Ryan McMahon went 2-for-4 with a home run and RBI on Wednesday. It was his second straight 2-hit game and third in his last 4 appearances. The third baseman is hitting .257 on the year and leads the club with 16 home runs. This is likely as close as we'll be getting to seeing Oakland with odds like this on the road this season. Freeland has certainly struggled through the season, but home has been a better bet for the lefty, where he is 3-2 with a 4.13 ERA, compared to 1-8 with a 5.33 ERA on the road. The 8 hits that Sears allowed in his last start were the most since his first start of the season. He, however, tends to fare better on the road this season, allowing 10 home runs over 60.2 innings, compared to 14 over 51 innings in Oakland. So, who will prevail here? I'm leaning towards the visitors. I have been saying over the last few starts how impressed I have been with Sears, especially given the situation of being in Oakland and all. Opponents are hitting just .211 against him in 4 July starts, and he doesn't often lose control or composure. Take Oakland with the money line. Colorado's pitching has been mid in the second half, as they have allowed 5 or more runs in their last 3 games, but gave up 3 or less in 4 of the 5 games prior. They have allowed 586 runs through 102 games, second most to only Oakland. Freeland last picked up a win back in May 14th and is 0-6 with a 6.27 ERA in his 10 starts since. Opponents have hit .327 against him over this stretch, though he was strong in his last outing, allowing just 1 earned run over 6.1 innings. Freeland has faced the A's twice in his career, going 1-1 with a 4.19 ERA. The 2 worst pitching staffs in the game are facing off in this series, however, this is a hefty number to be slinging around, so let's break things down a little more here. Starting with the starters, Freeland is coming off his best start in a month, he just has not been getting a lot of run support this season. And Sears has been quietly doing well, barring maybe his last start. The Athletics' young hurler does extremely getting ahead of batters to force weak contact. Per Covers.com, Oakland has hit the under in 56 of their last 90 games, and Colorado in 55 of their last 90. The under is 2-8 over the last 10 meetings, and between them, they have had a combined 105 of their games go under this year. Take the under.